Leaders in Motion Academy will be hosting the Film and Digital Skills Workshop from the 30th of January to the 3rd of February. The academy is founded by actor and director Thato Molamu, who is passionate about breaking barriers and helping young people achieve their dreams. Over the past few years, the school has been giving young people from disadvantaged backgrounds the chance to achieve their dreams of becoming filmmakers through a 12-month course. We're now joined by founder Thato Molamu to share more on the upcoming workshop. Thato, very good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome.
Good morning, good morning.
Good to see you, man.
Great to be here, man.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about Leaders in Motion. For those that haven't heard about this academy, what do you guys do there?
We're trying to really just to bridge the gap, create and drive access for young people that have a passion for storytelling. We started in 2018 in Pretoria, Esteras. It was a pilot project. We started with 35 students. Later on, we were fortunate to partner with the Department of Communications. We trained about 92 students from all over the country. We're based in Pretoria and Alexandra. And part of that, we also realized that there was a gap to also teach business acumen, you know, the fundamentals of business, financial management, but more importantly, train them in leadership, you know, how to work together, collaborate, because the economy itself is not that favorable.
Right.
And you know, if you would know that film is a very expensive career. You know, just equipment alone is quite expensive. The courses can cost you about 80 to 90,000 a year. So we had to, you know, we really had to dig deep into our souls and think about how many young people want to come into the industry but do not have that access. So we wanted to normalize it, obviously, through different stakeholders. And, you know, we elevated into gaming design and also animation, you know, because that's why we call it the film and digital skills, because we really just want to encourage young people to know that future skills are there, you know, but we also want to create an environment that is more palatable for young people.
What I like about this course is that, you know, it makes young people realize the business aspects of their craft, you know, the business of acting, the business of filmmaking. Because people, you know, just look at it as a skill or as a hobby and not focusing on the business element.
I mean, you know, it's never really been one of the careers that, you know, even when you look at the GDP, you know, it's like it's one of those, you know, sectors that, you know, has always been looked at it that way. Maybe because also, you know, we don't have the right policies, the right frameworks, you know, but you look at industries like Hollywood, Bollywood, Nollywood. I mean, even Nollywood now, you know, has like, you know, surpassed us. So we want to ensure that, you know, rural and township kids, you know, are accessing these markets, understand, and also, you know, I think the most important part is that they are able also to see individuals that they've seen on television, come to them, talk to them, you know, producers that have been in the game for quite some time, writers, producers, directors, you know, so that it also gives them a sense of belief that they themselves can also come from, you know, certain areas, but they can make it. You know, so we also are reaching out to them in that different areas from South Africa.
Okay. So let's get to the bolts and the nuts of the training courses that you guys offer there. Is it, you know, do you focus on the technical aspect of the course? Do you focus on the, you know, the elementary version of this, or is it just all-encompassing? It's all-encompassing. Okay.
You know, so think of a business school, but you know, that says to you that we'll teach you the practical, the theoretical skills, and then we'll also get to have you do some practical work by shooting a documentary, shooting a web series, because our students have shot different, you know, they've shot films, they've shot web series. Some of them are currently now working on television. So we really are proud of the alumni that we've been able to create. You know, with this particular group, we're hoping to reach about 250 young people across 3 different provinces in the Free State, the Northwest, and Gauteng. That's why we're going to be in the Pretoria State Theatre, who have also collaborated with us. And you know, I think the students themselves are really going to find this course quite, you know, quite exciting.
I mean, 5 years in, and you guys have grown in leaps and bounds. So, what would you owe, you know, your growth to?
I think just, you know, support of partners. I mean, the NFVF also has come on board, you know, different other partners, Global Citizen, Standard Bank, and all of these other partners have really just been in support of ensuring that we're driving, you know, and ensuring that these future skills themselves are at a capacitated level. You know, because we want young people to also be competitive, you know, because we're playing in the global market now, you know, and a lot of young people, you know, a lot of times like, and they just say, and I'm thinking, hey, man, it's a very tough industry, you know, and they're just saying, man, but where are we going to find the money to buy these cameras? And we're saying to them that sometimes just take your cell phone and shoot. get out there, start something, tell a story, because there's different stories from different parts of our rural areas, from different parts of our townships, that we want to tell. But we want to also ensure that we're teaching young people to be conscious about the content that they put out there. Yes. Because a lot of times, kids, are trapped in the environment because all they see on television a lot of times is, right, stories of crime, stories of rape, stories of, and we're really just trying to teach them to say, tell good stories of people doing or making an impact in your own communities. So those are the types of stories that we say, find a small business, adopt it, do social media content for them, and because now we're just teaching them how to curate good stories.
Yeah. How has your journey been? I mean, what's the level of interest that you see in young people venturing into filmmaking, and what would it take for the South African film industry to surpass Nollywood? As I said, Nollywood has surpassed us.
I think one, from a policy perspective. I think secondly, political will. Enabling policies, more favorable terms, ownership of IP. That also, ensures that there's continuity and sustainability in the industry, but also for young people to have discipline, and I think because we've seen, a lot of young people just not having the right discipline, not having the right edge, the right grit, to ensure that, it's not just 12 months, it's a lifetime journey until the day you die, and also just embarking to ensure that you have that curiosity, and a love for learning. I continuously try to, to study every single year as much as I can. Not just be an actor, not a radio presenter, be a businessman. And it hasn't been an easy journey. It has not been an easy journey. With COVID, we nearly closed shop. But I think my mom just held me in a corner and said, man, just keep going. You're doing something with purpose. Just keep knocking. The doors will open, keep knocking, keep knocking.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Even if, even if there's no door, just create one.
Create, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think also now serving on the board of the Gauteng Film Commission has also just opened up my mind about the possibility, but also has taught me a lot about governance. For example, how you run and how we fund, so there's just so much that, one is looking forward to. And with this particular program, we want to impact young people, but just to plant more seeds, to say that it is possible, because every single facilitator that we have, has a story to tell.
Right.
And I think every single young person will be able to identify, because even them, they've come from difficult backgrounds, but they've made it. Others are writing now for Amazon, others have worked for, big other streaming platforms, So we want to encourage, and we also want to get these young people working at the SABC.
Unfortunately, my director is now fussing with me. So we have to wrap the interview. But just briefly, what's the entry process? Any age restrictions?
Age restriction, 18 to 35. Send a 1-minute video. Follow our social media platforms, LIMA Academy. Okay. Or go to our website. All the information is there.
What's the website? Please share
www.lemacademy.co.za.
Okay. Thato, great chatting to you, man. All the best, eh?
Thank you very much.
Great work you guys are doing there. Well, we just spoke to the founder of Leaders in Motion Academy, Thato Molamu, on their upcoming film and digital skills workshop.